Don't you guys miss going into a bike shop, finding more information about a bike that you're interested in, talking with that salesperson, going to the cash register, discussing when the bike will arrive? You put a deposit down on the bike, and then it usually shows up within a week to a week and a half because they have everything in stock. Doesn't that feel like a lifetime away? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about expectancy of bikes. Do I ever think that will get back to where it was? And then also current inventory stock update for Specialized, Trek, Cervelo, Pinarello, Cannondales, how I think that's going to play out and what's going on basically with today's current bicycle market. So sit tight. By the way, my name is GC Performance, and thank you guys again so much for watching. I worked at a bike shop for about 12 years. I still work there now. And I will tell you guys what our situation is with bike inventory in our shop, what we do for sold back orders, and what we're expecting to see in the next couple of months to a year with the 2023 bicycle lineup coming up soon. So give me 1 second. We're there. All right, so bicycle lineup of 2022 is coming to an end. The model years for bicycles usually end midway through the year. So around June, July, and August, that's when dealers usually put in a preseason order to fulfill an order for their entire store. So they'll put in a massive order with that distributor to get a little bit of a kickback or a discount. And they say, hey, I want to stock up my whole store with your 2023 product, and we could kind of discount. Now, obviously, there's a problem because, one, we haven't seen a lot of the product come back into our store yet for 2022. We're still missing a lot of preseason orders. Also, we have customers with sold back orders that still have not got fulfilled. So where does this leave for them? What does this mean for us? Are those part numbers going to get carried over to 2023? Or is everything just kind of delayed in kind of a limbo, and then we're going to get 2022 product in 2023? As of right now, I have not seen any 2023 product come out. And to date, there's not been any discussion for it. Usually around this time of year, and the years past as well, there'd be some kind of talk about what's going to show up and what we have expected. As of right there is nothing. So that might usually mean that some colors get carried over for next year. But as of right now, I haven't heard anything. With people who have sold back orders, in the previous year where it was a 2021 model year, where they put a deposit on, let's say on this bike right here, a Tarmac Pro SL7. They bought the white version. It was a size 54 and it was X amount of dollars. That bike didn't get fulfilled. They would have to wait, and they will probably get moved over to a 2022 model. Now, usually that means you get the nicer stuff or the better stuff. But also that means, because of just the way this world is now, if that bike was $7,800 then, and you put a deposit on it, and that bike rolled over to be now $9,000, that would mean that you'd have to end up basically paying that, or get your money back, just because of the fact that it used to be like $100, $200 increase. You might be able to get the dealer might work with you and say, hey, I'll cover it. But yeah, all prices and all parts are subjective to change because of the way these inventories are, and because of the way that shipping prices, cost of doing business, and all this stuff is just going up inflation like crazy. But yes, so in terms of stock and inventory for Specialized and Scott bikes that I sell myself, I'll tell you what it is right now. I still feel very unconfident when someone walks into a store and they tell me they want a bike. So if they came into my store and said, hey, I want to buy this Roubaix Pro. I have cash in hand. I want to buy this 2022 Roubaix Pro. I have cash in hand. I want it at 54. When can you get that to me? I will basically say to them, you can give me your money and we'll put it down there and I'll order it, but I have no idea when you're going to get it. If I had to guess, I'll probably put in around a 6 to 8 month time period. Price might go up, or parts might subjective to change because of the fact that inventory might go down. But I really just tell people, hey, give me a deposit. I'll put the bike on order. But it's going to be about 6 to 8 months bike process. Some of you might say, well, hey, I see some bike stores, like even myself. I have some stock right now of some bikes that are very hard to get. I just got in recently 3 of these black Tarmac SL7 Pros in a 56. And you guys say, well, how'd you get those in? Did you order those and they come in with a while? To give you guys a point of reference, I've had that bike on order, I think, since June of 2020. It got carried over from June of 2020 to 2021, and then now until 2022. And I finally saw these bikes that were on the same order. I pulled up the order sheet from that. That's where those 3 bikes took over. It took us that long to get those orders in for those bikes. I know they've been floating around, a couple of them on Specialized.com. Specialized is their own dealer now. Yada, yada, yada. We're not going to get into that. But again, so you'll see some stores that have better stock than others. They might be higher on a tier list or a different allocation. But they'll get that stock usually based on just what they preseason ordered, what they booked, and when they usually get brought in randomly. Usually when you see one store get a bike in, they all kind of get them in at one time, and it happens. Now, this is where it kind of gets weird in the world. It's turning bicycle stores into like you know when COVID happened and everyone's buying toilet paper because they're freakishly buying and they're getting scared buying whatever. Me being included, I bought a lot of toilet paper anyways. It's turning bike shops into kind of like that. It's a rush to, as soon as a new product comes out, new Shimano, new Sram, new bikes, we put in an order for as much as we can because we don't know when it's going to come in. And then we get all this massive inventory in the store for a little bit. And then it just kind of dwindles away and sells off. And then you don't see it for a while. And maybe more stores get more than others because they have more capital to buy at that time. I don't know if a bicycle store will ever go back to how it was, or at least for the little guys for sure, of where there's just going to be an open inventory stock where I can go to a website and be like, hey, yeah, you want this bike in this size? No problem. Let me get your name, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a while for that because of the fact that as soon as something comes in stock within 5 or 10 of them, a big store, a big chain, maybe a big franchise will buy up all 10 of those and hold on to it and be like, yeah, these will sell no problem. If no one else has them and I'm the only one who has it, it's going to sell. But that's my take on that one. So, in terms of stock and availability, I still know that Treks are very hard to get. The Amandas, I've worked with a couple of bike stores and bike dealers. They still have some coming in that just kind of randomly show up as stock, like I said, from preseason order. But if you want to go in there and order a specific color, a specific size, or specific model, I think they're about 6 to 8 months out as well. Madones are another story. I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. I've heard from plenty of people and plenty of customers that come in my store that they can't even order a Project 1 Madone. Usually insinuates that there might be a new change to this bike coming up soon. I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing that there should be a new change coming to this bike. I mean, even in some UCI legal documents they put out saying, hey, this is this bike, this is this bike. So, but yes, I've seen some Madones come in again, but it's, again, preseason order bikes that they had on order. But again, you can't go into any store right now. You can't order these bikes specifically. They won't even let you. Same with Domani. Tarmax SL7s, as we know, almost impossible. You can go to Specialized.com, though. You might catch a frame or two on there every once in a while because they'll put that out there first for direct-to-consumer. The Elay is a weird one. The Elay is a very, very weird one. They have no Elay Sprint frame sets in stock because everyone wants to build up as is. Oh, no, wait, this thing just got posted on here. I was doing like a mock run out of dry this video. This just got posted at size 56. That's pretty badass. Still, I'm a dealer. I haven't seen one of these yet in my store. I just got one 52 complete bike, and I haven't got one frame set in. But it's on 52 right here. Or 56. Anyways, yeah. Lay frame sets sell out quickly. The complete bikes, on the other hand, they have a ton of them. I guess no one wants to spend $3,000 on a aluminum 105 bike as of right now. A couple of my buddies who own a Pinarello store, they are in the same boat. Pretty much everyone's in the same boat in terms of matter of, oh my god, bike's so hot. Oh, god. Pretty much everyone's in the same boat. It's very difficult to order a specific bike. Usually you'll get a customer walks in and says, hey, I'm looking for this bike on this size and this color. And they'll be like, hey, I have, as dealers, we get a kind of like a dealer sheet. And it'll be I'll have like a 45-day report of like bikes that will come in. And I'll be like, oh, you're looking for this bike, this size? I got this bike come in this date, around this date, give or take 7 days. It's yours, you know? And that sometimes someone will be like, hey, well, that's not the case because I walked into my local bike shop and I can order this bike and I can get this day. Sometimes people just get luckier than the others. But yes, that is pretty much the inventory and stock update for these bikes. Also, same thing for Shimano. Shimano was non-existent for Dura-Ace and Ultegra. This stuff was almost nearly impossible to get your hands on. The new Shimano Dura-Ace and Ultegra. It was absolute ghost town until all of a sudden I got to think like 7 groups of Ultegra and 7 groups of Duries that we put on back order. And I don't even have the frame sets to build them right now, and we don't want to sell them online because of the fact that we want to have frame sets to build up. Like I said, it's turning every single store into like these hungry people who just like hold stuff and hoard it because like, oh, we'll hold on to it because no one else can get it right now. Whereas if we just ordered accordingly and some guy came in and said, hey, I want to build one frame, and we build up a frame every month or so, there might be more open stock in the world. I don't know. It's really weird. It's like we complain about inventory. We complain about inventory problems, but we're kind of like our own worst enemy because as soon as we see something in stock, we're like, order all of them. That way no one else can have them. Same with Sram. Sram's been kind of weird and ghosted with Sram Red. I haven't seen him in a while. But also, if you guys did not know, recently Shanghai closed down again because of this whole COVID outbreak again and over in China. And so a lot of our distributors, like even I think Hammerhead sent out an email. SRAM, I think, sent out an email. Some of my people who are specialized said that everything just kind of stopped shipping again. So there was literally, I think, a month or two ago where we were seeing product come in consistently over the time, over every single month, and we were getting a lot of product, almost too much, where everyone's saying they're getting almost too much product, and then it kind of just shut back down again. So we're kind of seeing spurts where it's bottlenecking because of the fact that they closed down again. Now there's going to be a little bit of a shortage again where no one can find anything. And then as soon as everything opens back up again, it's going to be 100% again, and everyone's going to have everything in stock. But, yeah, it's crazy. The new C68 released. I did a video on that C68. I believe that gentleman down at Bike Science, he's going to have like 3 or 4 C68s over there. It's just weird how it works. Something releases, you can't buy it for X amount of months, so the hype goes away. And then these price tags they slap on top of these bikes is just crazy. I don't even know where the world's going to be in 2 or 3 years. But yeah, I figure I'd kind of give you guys an update, an inside look at how our industry's going. I really hate saying no to people. I hate telling people, hey, I want to buy this bike, and they have money in their hand. I just hate disappointing them. I don't want to take your money for the fact of me knowing that I'm not going to be able to get it. And I'll even have people insist. I'll be like, hey, take this money. I don't care when it comes in. But you give me $6 grand, 6 months down the road, you're going to be like, hey, what's going on with my money? I told you not to give me your money. You know, like I'm just being honest with you. I put it on order. I got your name there. I want to make sure that you're comfortable with doing business with me. So it's really weird. It's not like it used to be. I used to be so gun-ho and happy about taking people's money to get a bicycle into their hand because I knew they want it. But now I know that there's going to be this kind of pain in between it where they're stoked on the bike at first. We do the transaction. And there's this like weird little 2 or 3 months awkward period like, hey, I know you said 6 months, so I'm just checking. I'm like, yeah, no worries, man. It's going good. 6 months comes around. Hey, I know you said 6 months, but it's about 6 months. Let me find out about that for you. Hey, I know you said 6 months, but it's about 8 months. Yeah, I don't think it's coming yet, man. Hey, I know you said 8 months, but I saw this other shop got it. Yeah, I don't know where it's going, man. Hey, I know you said 8 months, but now it's a year. I'm sorry, man. You want me to give you back your money? No, I want a bike. Yeah, I know. Everyone wants a bike. And that's the whole situation that's pretty much the bicycle industry right there. But anyways, guys, I figured I'd give you guys an update. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I try to answer everything. I know a lot of local bike shops are busy. Labor's crazy. People are still cycling are crazy, which is great. But, you know, sometimes a lot of the customers ask us questions that we used to have answers to that a lot of people don't know anymore. So bear with us. We try our best every day. And I figure I'll let you guys on a little insight between us. And thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.